High atop Mount Olympus, the gods celebrated. The air was filled with laughter, music, and the clinking of goblets as the divine beings reveled in their eternal paradise. The sky was a canvas of vibrant colors, reflecting the joy and harmony that reigned supreme among the gods. A new prince was born, a shining beacon of strength and hope, his name? Hercules. Zeus and Hera, the king and queen of the gods, cradled their newborn son, whose radiant glow illuminated the entire realm. The gods marveled at the infant's potential, foreseeing a future filled with heroic deeds and legendary tales. But wait, danger lurked in the shadows, for Hades, the jealous god of the underworld, craved power. In the dark, eerie depths of his domain, Hades brooded over his fate, consumed by envy and ambition. The birth of Hercules threatened his plans, and he could not stand idly by while the child grew stronger. Can you believe this guy? Hades, with his fiery temper and insatiable hunger for control, was determined to upset the balance of power. His frustration was palpable, his sneer a testament to his malevolent intentions. Hades, fuming with envy, hatched a sinister plot. He would stop at nothing to dethrone Zeus and claim Olympus for himself. His mind raced with devious schemes, each more wicked than the last, until he finally settled on a plan that would change the course of history. He would steal the baby Hercules and make him mortal. Oh my. The thought of stripping the child of his divine heritage filled Hades with a twisted sense of satisfaction. He envisioned a future where Hercules, powerless and vulnerable, would be unable to challenge his authority. With the help of his bumbling minions, Pain and Panic, Hades almost succeeded. But they messed up. These two hapless henchmen, with their clumsy antics and constant bickering, were hardly the ideal accomplices. Their incompetence, however, provided a glimmer of hope for the young Hercules. They forgot to take away Hercules' godly strength. The scene? Hilarious. As the baby flexed his tiny muscles, Pain and Panic's eyes widened in shock. Their plan had backfired spectacularly, leaving them scrambling to cover their tracks. Now, a mortal but still super strong Hercules grows up on Earth, yearning to find his place in the world. Raised by a kind-hearted couple in a humble village, Hercules struggled to fit in. His extraordinary abilities set him apart, making him both a marvel and a misfit among his peers. Little did he know, destiny had grand plans for him. As he embarked on a journey of self-discovery, Hercules would face trials and tribulations that would test his strength, courage, and resolve. The path ahead was fraught with challenges, but it was also paved with opportunities for greatness. The young hero was destined to leave an indelible mark on the world, proving that even a mortal could achieve the extraordinary. Growing up was tough for Hercules. He was no ordinary boy. He was born with extraordinary strength, a gift from the gods themselves. But this gift often felt more like a curse. His strength, a gift from the gods, made him an outcast. While other children played and laughed, Hercules struggled to find his place. His immense power set him apart, making him feel isolated and misunderstood. Imagine being too strong to play games. Every time he tried to join in, something would break or someone would get hurt. The other children stared in awe, but also in fear. They whispered behind his back, calling him a freak. People feared what they didn't understand. They saw his strength as a threat, not a blessing. Hercules longed for acceptance, but instead he was met with suspicion and fear. The townspeople whispered and pointed, keeping their distance. Poor Hercules. He just wanted to fit in. He yearned for friendship and normalcy, but his strength always got in the way. He felt like an outsider in his own home, a stranger among his peers. One day, Hercules learned of his true parentage. It was a revelation that changed everything. He discovered that he was not just any boy, but the son of Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus, his father, appeared in a blaze of glory. The sky lit up with a brilliant light, and the clouds parted to reveal the majestic figure of Zeus. He spoke with a voice that echoed through the heavens, revealing Hercules' divine heritage. He revealed Hercules' destiny to return to Mount Olympus. He had to become a true hero. Zeus explained that Hercules' strength was a gift meant for greatness, but to earn his place among the gods, he had to prove himself worthy. But how does a god become a true hero? Hercules pondered this question, determined to find the answer. He knew that his journey would be long and challenging, but he was ready to face whatever trials lay ahead. The answer lay with Philoctetes, or Phil as he liked to be called, a gruff but lovable satyr and trainer of heroes. Phil had trained many legendary heroes, and he saw potential in Hercules. Under Phil's guidance, Hercules began his rigorous training, learning not just to harness his strength, but to become a true hero in heart and spirit. Through grueling training sessions and countless challenges, Hercules grew stronger and wiser. He learned the values of courage, humility, and compassion. With Phil's mentorship, he began to understand what it truly meant to be a hero. Hercules' journey was not just about physical strength, but about becoming a beacon of hope and justice. He started using his powers to help those in need, earning the respect and admiration of the people who once feared him. With each heroic deed, Hercules moved closer to his destiny. He was no longer just a godling with immense strength. He was becoming a true hero, ready to claim his place among the gods on Mount Olympus. Phil had trained heroes before, oh honey, the stories he could tell. But Hercules, he was different. This was Zeus's son, after all. Talk about pressure. They trained on a secluded island, Phil pushing Hercules to his limits. It wasn't easy, let me tell you. Hercules stumbled and faltered, battling monsters and his own insecurities. But through it all, he never gave up. And as Hercules grew stronger, so did his determination to prove himself. He was determined to reclaim his rightful place on Mount Olympus. One fateful day, Hercules encountered Megara, a quick-witted and independent woman. She wasn't like anyone he had ever met before. Her confidence was palpable, and her strength was evident in the way she carried herself. Hercules, a demigod with immense power, found himself completely captivated by her presence. Now Meg, she was something else. With a smile that could light up the darkest of days and a cleverness that could outwit the sharpest minds, she was a force to be reckoned with. Her eyes sparkled with mischief, and her demeanor was one of unshakable self-assurance. She wasn't your typical damsel in distress, no ma'am. Megara stood tall and proud, defying the stereotypes of helplessness. She faced challenges head-on, never backing down from a fight. Her defiance was her strength, and it was clear that she could hold her own in any situation. She was feisty, independent, and had a tongue sharper than a sword. Her words could cut through the toughest of exteriors, and her wit was unmatched. Megara's fierce expression and animated conversations left no doubt that she was a woman who knew exactly what she wanted and how to get it. Hercules, smitten by her charm, rescued her from a rather unpleasant river guardian. Nessus, the centaur, had captured Megara, but Hercules, driven by his growing affection for her, fought valiantly to save her. It was a battle of strength and will, and in the end, Hercules emerged victorious, carrying Megara to safety. Oh, that Meg, she could handle herself, but a hero's help never hurt anybody. Despite her independence, Megara appreciated Hercules' assistance. Their bond grew stronger with each passing moment, and they began to look at each other with a fondness that hinted at something deeper. Little did Hercules know that Megara was working for Hades. Oh, the drama! Behind her confident exterior, Megara was caught in a web of deceit. Hades, the god of the underworld, had coerced her into his service, using her to manipulate Hercules. The conflict within her was palpable, torn between her duty to Hades and her growing feelings for Hercules. She was supposed to be his weakness. Hades had planned to use Megara as a pawn, believing that her involvement would be Hercules' downfall. The guilt weighed heavily on her, and every glance at Hercules was filled with remorse and sorrow. She was trapped in a situation where her heart and her obligations were at odds. Hades had a plan, you see, to use Hercules' growing fame against him. The god of the underworld was cunning and ruthless, always scheming to bring down the hero. With his minions by his side, Hades plotted meticulously, hoping to exploit Hercules' vulnerabilities and turn his strengths into weaknesses. The stage was set for a battle of wits and wills, with Megara caught in the middle of it all. Section 5. The Hydra's Due. Word of Hercules' heroic deeds spread like wildfire. People couldn't get enough of him. He was battling monsters left and right, saving damsels and charming everyone he met. Even with all this fame, Hercules still felt like something was missing. He hadn't truly faced a challenge that made him feel like a true hero. That is, until he encountered the Hydra. The Hydra, a monstrous serpent with multiple heads, was Hades' ultimate weapon. This creature was fierce, but Hercules, with his strength and courage, managed to defeat the beast. The crowd went wild. Section 6. Love conquers all. Almost. Hercules was on top of the world, but Hades played his hand. He revealed Meg's secret. Hercules was crushed. How could the woman he loved betray him like this? Heartbroken and doubting everything, Hercules was vulnerable. Hades seized this opportunity to unleash his full fury. He unleashed the Titans upon Greece, plunging the world into chaos. Section 7. A hero's sacrifice. With the world on the brink of destruction, Hercules had to make a choice: wallow in his pain or rise above it to save the day. What would a true hero do? He chose to be a hero. Without hesitation, Hercules charged into battle against the Titans. He fought with everything he had, even sacrificing his own strength to save Megara from a falling pillar. Section 8. Back from the brink. Hercules' selfless act proved his heroism beyond a doubt. His godly powers returned, stronger than ever. He vanquished the Titans, sending Hades back to the underworld in defeat. But the victory came at a price. Megara, injured while saving Hercules, lay dying. Hercules was heartbroken, but Megara, with her last breath, confessed her love for him. Section 9. A true hero's reward. Zeus and Hera, moved by Hercules' sacrifice, gave him a choice: return to Mount Olympus as a god, or remain on earth with Megara, who was restored to life thanks to his heroic heart. Hercules chose love. He realized that true heroism wasn't about being a god, but about the good you do in the world. Hercules and Megara, two souls bound by love and adventure, lived happily ever after, proving that even a god can find his true home among mortals.